please be seated? At this time, we will enjoy a musical presentation from the Sacred Heart Choir. Now we will hear from our Student Government President, Heidi Probst.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Heidi Probst, and I came to Sacred Heart in the 5th grade. When I first got here, I had a really hard time adjusting, coming into such a small and close school. But when I think about what really made me stay, it's how strong the school's sense of community is. But the people who really hold the community together are the faculty and staff. So I want to thank everyone for making my 4 years very special. I'm going to start off with Miss Centilla, since she's the first teacher I ever had here. Miss Centillas, you were a great teacher to enter Sacred Heart with, and you were very nurturing and welcoming to Ben and I. Miss Brown, you have so many interesting components added into your lessons, and I'll miss admiring Nolan and Cade's drawings on your board. Miss Epps, you take time to make every class a little more interesting by doing questions of the day, and I love having you as my house leader. Mr. Anderson, I'll miss waving you in the hallways and listening to your jokes and songs during class. Mr. Finnerty, even though I only had you for 2 years, you are so much fun to be around, and I loved doing SGA with you. Coach Epps, you always find some way to make me laugh during PE and art. Miss Brinkley, I think you are the cover for affability. You are such an easy person to talk to, and I always feel comfortable coming to you with any problem. Father John, you make such an effort to know every student here to a personal level, and you make everyone feel special with nicknames or personal jokes. And last but not least, Miss Frank, I'm really going to miss your sarcasm that always comes at the right moment. I'm so glad I got to have you as a teacher for 4 years. Thank you, everyone who helped Sacred Heart feel less like a school and more like a family.
Now I invite Angeli Salazar to come forward. She has written a poem that she is going to share.
Dearest parents, where do I start? To thank you for the love within my heart. Through every high and every low, you're there. A constant presence showing you care. for all the lessons taught, the memories we made, the lessons and the memories will never fade. Your guidance shines a light along the way, helping us grow stronger day by day. So thank you for what you do and all that you are, to guide my guiding star who have brought me so far with endless love and patience. I say, I'm blessed to have you more than words can say. As an expression of our gratitude to our parents for all they have done for us, we would like to present these roses for our mothers.
Next, Mrs. Frank will come forward and offer her remarks. She is the 8th grade homeroom teacher.
Good morning, friends. In these, the last words from your homeroom teacher, would you allow me to start with a little bit of a lesson? I promise, no essay or no test to follow, okay? Just a few weeks ago, we saw the election of the 267th successor to the chair of St. Peter. And not just any cardinal was elected, the first American pope from Chicago, a fellow Midwesterner. How exciting. Along with that, this year, the church has proclaimed to be a Jubilee year. Well, what does that mean? Every 25 years, the Catholic Church holds a Jubilee year as a special time of grace and forgiveness, as well as a time of spiritual renewal. The church encourages us to make pilgrimage to sacred places, either right here in our own diocese of Charlotte, or places like DC or New York, or even to travel all the way to Rome. These Jubilees have been going on for centuries, and they are just another example of the rich history of our faith. Okay, so what does this have to do with your graduation? I'm getting there. So the theme this year is hope. And I thought that was a great place to start for my speech with you. It's a powerful word, isn't it? Hope. Let's start with your parents. What do they hope for you? This is what they have hoped for you. They have spent the last several years hoping that you would make it to this moment, that you would be here at graduation from Sacred Heart, and you have accomplished that for them. You're grateful, aren't you? Remember to honor that sacrifice by continuing to work hard in all of your academic endeavors. That's a big word for all the things you do in school, okay? Of course, their hope goes beyond this moment, doesn't it? It's hard to imagine the hope a parent has for their child, and it's harder to try to explain. But trust me when I tell you that their hope is bigger than you can imagine. Maybe ask them sometime what their hope is for you. Okay, now us, your teachers, what do we hope for you? Of course, the easy one is that we hope that you've learned something amazing while you've been here. Have you? Have you all learned something amazing? No, Heidi? I don't believe you. I think you have. We hope you take the love and the learning that you received here and you send it out into the world. We also hope that you remember to go to class and do your homework, because those things are super important. Now, what about society? Society, the people who live in the world with you, what do they hope for you? They hope that you are a good driver and a law-abiding citizen. They hope you help your neighbor and you pay your taxes and all those fun adulting things. They hope that you are kind in line at the bank, in the grocery store, that you smile and you help a stranger every once in a while. But mostly, we hope you're good drivers. Okay, so be good drivers. But life isn't all sunshine and roses, is it? Sometimes hope will elude you. It will be hard to find. You guys always tell me that you love my story, so I have one more. So 22 years ago, I spent 3 months in the hospital, pregnant with my second son, Matt. When I was first admitted, there was little hope for Matt. The doctors didn't have hope, and the nurses didn't have hope, and I'll be really honest, there were days I didn't have it either. Do you know what I felt instead? Fear. Fear is the feeling that you have when hope is missing. Fear of the unknown, fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of sadness. To this day, those feelings of fear drum up a lot of emotions when I tell this story. So in the middle of that hospital stay, someone sent me a book of Psalms with some reflections. And in that book, I read something that changed not only my time in the hospital, but it's something I come back to again and again. This is what it said. Fear is the devil's way of stealing your hope. So let me say that again. Fear is the devil's way of stealing your hope. This resonated with me in a big way, and I'm pretty sure that that's what changed the outcome for my son, Matthew. It's very easy to find. Is it easy to find hope when you feel fear? No. In fact, it's very hard. Father tells us all the time, doesn't he? Do not be afraid, but it does slip in there every now and then. And long before Carrie Underwood sang the song, I used to imagine that Jesus was driving the car of my life, so to speak. And every now and then, when I felt like I needed to control things, it was like me reaching over to take the wheel from him. But, and I hope you all know this, it's never safe to try to drive a car from the passenger seat. So this, friends, is when you need to hand it over to Jesus. You're going to have moments in your life where you feel fear of all different varieties, and we, your parents, your teachers, and even those out there in the world living with you day to day, we all want you to remember to change your fear into hope. You need to come back to your faith. Draw strength from those who love you and from him who created you. Offer those fears and concerns up in prayer and stop trying to drive the car. This morning, I read a quote from St. Francis de Sales that I thought summed all this up nicely. God takes pleasure to see your little steps, and like a good father who holds his child by the hand, he will accommodate his steps to yours and will be content to go no faster than you. Why do you worry? We are so proud of you. Truly, we are. We know that the road has been rough, and we appreciate you showing up and allowing us to teach you. Remember that we love you and that you are always a part of the Dolphin family. Congratulations, class of 2025.
And now Mrs. Brown will come forward to present the presidential certificates.
All right. Before I present the presidential awards, I've got to say a few words about this class. You all are so, so special to me, and I have enjoyed each and every one of you so much. Maybe the reason that you're so special is because you were my first middle school homeroom, or maybe it's because you're constantly coming up with new sounds or hand gestures or a way to say Miss Brown whenever you see me in the hall. Maybe it's because you make me laugh every single day, or maybe it's because one of you left a red Jell-O stain on my ceiling. It's all of those reasons, and it's so, so many more. Beyond all of that, I think that each of you just has a beautiful, beautiful soul blessed by God. And sorry, I'm going to cry looking at Camilla. I know that you are going to share that soul with the world, and you're going to be good friends and good wives or husbands. You're going to eventually be good mothers and fathers. And right now, you're still teenagers that are sassy and grumpy and sometimes downright mean to each other. But even through all that, I want you to know that I see your light. I see your kind soul. And I want you to remember that I see it, and I am not the only one. And I can't wait to see how you share it with the world. I'm so, so proud of each and every one of you. All right, so now, Presidential Awards. To give you all a little bit of information about the Presidential Award, it recognizes academic success in the classroom. To be eligible, students must meet certain requirements, and they're not very easy. The first requirement is an A average throughout their entire middle school career in core classes. Students must then either have exemplified high achievement on standardized tests or have teacher recommendations where the teacher has tangible evidence to support high achievement within the classroom. Congratulations to the following students who have met the requirements for the Presidential Award. Heidi Probst. Ben Probst. Madison Wilkinson. Emma Varnado. Jack Nunez. And John Johnson. Congratulations.
Thank you. You guys can have a seat. I do want to recognize a few special guests that have come a long way to be here with you today. If you could please stand, Mr. Mike Miller, our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Jackie Durrett, our Chief Strategy Officer, and Mrs. Camille Denhard, our Director of Development for Catholic Schools. Thank you for being here today. So I always kind of wait for a moment for an inspiration as to what direction I want this speech to go in. And somebody that I fall on a lot is St. Teresa of Calcutta, and she has a lot of wonderful advice. And so with that, I'll get started. Today's remarks are not just an ending, but an absolutely beautiful beginning. As I look at your young faces, I'm reminded of the words of St. Mother Teresa. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not yet come, we only have today. Let us begin. You're beginning today. You've completed 9 or 10 years. Some of you were in my kindergarten class, right, Princess Moana? You've completed foundational learning, faith formation, friendship building within these walls. But Mother Teresa understood something profound about beginnings. They happen not when everything is perfect or when we feel completely ready, but when we choose to act with love and in the present moment. Throughout your years here, you've learned mathematics and literature, science and history. But more important, you've learned lessons from Mother Teresa. Words that she lived by every day. She taught us we cannot all do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. Think about the small kindnesses you've shown your classmates, who were struggling, the helping hand you lended. Maybe you helped pick up somebody's books, the inclusive invitation you extended. Those weren't small acts at all. Those were done with great love. Saint Mother Teresa also reminded us, if we have no peace, we've forgotten that we belong to each other. As you move forward in high school and beyond, remember this. You are part of something much larger than yourselves. You belong to this school community forever. You belong to your families, and you belong to the human family. The connections you've made here aren't just memories. They're threads in a tapestry of the person that you're becoming. Now, graduates, let me speak directly to you about the world that you're entering. It will ask a lot of you. It may seem uncertain and overwhelming, but Saint Mother Teresa faced overwhelming circumstances every day in the streets of Calcutta, and she shared this bit of wisdom. I know God will not give me anything I can't handle. I just wish he didn't trust me so much. You'll have moments when you say, why do you trust me with this? God trusts you, graduates. He trusts you with your talents, your opportunities, and your capacity to make a difference. That trust isn't a burden. It's a tremendous compliment to who you are and who you're becoming. As you enter high school, you'll face new challenges and you'll be given a lot of choices. Remember Saint Mother Teresa's guidance. Give, but give until it hurts. Now, this doesn't mean depleting yourself, but rather stretching beyond your comfort zone. When in doubt, do it. Whether it's tutoring a struggling classmate, volunteering in your community, or just simply listening to a friend who needs support, give of yourself generously. Saint Mother Teresa also taught us about the power of our daily interactions. She said, every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to a person, a beautiful thing. Never underestimate the power of your kindness. A smile, an encouraging word, a moment of genuine attention away from your cell phone. These simple gestures can truly change someone's entire day and quite possibly maybe their life. To the families here today, Saint Mother Teresa understood your role as well. She said, what can you do to promote world peace? Go home and love your family. Easier said than done sometimes. These graduates are the fruits of your love, your patience, lots of patience. These graduates are also the fruits of your sacrifice. Continue to be their safe harbor as they navigate these exciting and sometimes choppy waters ahead. Class of 2025, as you receive your diplomas today, carry with you this final wisdom from Saint Mother Teresa. Be faithful in the small things, because in them is where your strength lies. You don't need to change the world overnight. You don't need to have all the answers. You simply need to be faithful in the small things, in your studies, in your relationships, in your daily choice to choose love over indifference, courage over fear, and hope over despair. God is at your side. The habits of faith, service, and excellence you've developed here will serve you well. Trust in them. Trust in what you've learned. Trust in yourselves. And trust in God, who brought you this far and will continue to guide your path. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we can't wait to see all the amazing things you accomplish. May God bless you always. At this time, we have a little reminder of the impact you've already made on some very special people, and they are coming forward to share something with you. And now, without further ado, it is time to make it official. So Father John, Mrs. Frank are coming forward, and Mr. Finnerty will be reading your names.
Ava Camilla Furr. Adriana Jacqueline Jaramillo. John Kalen Buett Johnson. Daniel Medina Salazar. Osmar Monroy. Eric Jack Nunez Sanchez. Benjamin Robert Probst. Heidi Grace Probst. Brenda Guadalupe Rivera. Angeli Salazar Cardenas. Cielo Itzel Trujillo. Eduardo Jose Umana Rodriguez. Edgar Danny Valle Pletes. Emma Jean Varnado. Madison Kate Wilkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sacred Heart Catholic School class of 2025.
Thank you all so much for coming to our program, for your endless support. Truly, you are loved, class of 2025. Congratulations. At this time, everyone is invited over to Boyd Gymnasium, where we will have a reception and enjoy some food and some social time. Thank you again.